part 2 of the PlaticAle podcast because it's too long and it's too good to cut. So welcome to part 2. So speaking of that, like motivating girls to like, you know, do what they want if they want to do social media, regardless of how they look, whatever. Pretty privilege sucks, honestly. But like, what would be an advice you have for girls to dealing with negative comments or just negativity online? Because people can be trolls, people can be mean. No, not can be. People are mean. What do you say to that? How do you deal with it?
So yeah, I'm learning to deal with hate comments because at first it was, I'm not gonna lie, like me llegaban. And I feel like it started bringing up my insecurities de cuando yo estaba chiquita, que gorda, que... And it's crazy
People
because
comment that?
Yeah, they'll be like torta. And it's funny because I feel like I'm big, but I'm not like...
What the
that
hell?
big? I don't know.
No, they commented on that for my sisters and me.
You're lying.
No, for one of the swim videos, they were like tortas, big bags. I was like...
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
No, wait, y me comentaban eso, incluso, mira, which is the crazy part. Me comentaban eso.
It's men, huh?
Sí, cuando estaba delgadísima, güey. Hace un año que me casé y pones fotos aquí, estaba yo flaquitita.
Yeah.
Y me ponían que gorda, que torta. And it gets in your head. It really, really does. And now I look back that I'm bigger. And I'm like, la gente, and okay, here comes the advice part. Everything that people comment online, you know, it's a reflection of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Porque tú, o sea, una persona que está feliz, que está contenta con su vida, que es exitosa, no te va a tomar su tiempo de estarte comentando cosas feas en línea. Like, it makes no sense.
You're the second person that said that.
Sí.
Like, that just can't be true.
Sí.
Like, es la verdad.
It can't. Like, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Como una persona that's doing good and is happy with their life isn't gonna be like, hoy le voy a poner que se ve como una torta que está bien fea.
Sí.
Like,
why does it always have to be the men?
Yeah. Sí, men, honestly, I can't excuse them because we can't really expect much from men because they're men. Yo siento más feo cuando es las muchachas, la verdad.
No, sí. Es más feo cuando es una mujer because it's like, you're supposed to be empowering.
Claro.
Like, and then, no, aparte when it's girls, they don't have a real username. They don't have a picture. It's like, what do you look like?
Yeah.
Like, ¿quién eres tú para venir a decirme a mí like, que me miro de una forma? Like,
no, when it's girls, I feel like I feel for them más. Como digo, oh man, like, I wonder what's going on. Yeah, like, what's going on in your life that you have the need to be this hateful.
Yeah. So. Yeah. No, when I see those comments, I feel like the people that have commented for me, like, and it's always like me and my sisters, and like to me, como te estaba diciendo hace rato, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if they call me torta, if they call me fat, but it's like, if you start calling my sister something, I'll be like, bitch, like, I'm gonna go off on you. And like, it's hard to not respond to people because like, I don't want to give them the time of day, but also, no les quiero dejar que they have the last word.
Yeah.
Because, like, bitch, who the fuck are you?
Sí.
Like, siempre me quedo con que, why are you, ¿quién te preguntó?
Yeah.
Like, I stay blocking, deleting, because I'm like, and for me, again, like I said, I don't care about me, but I don't want my sisters going and seeing, like, that they're calling them.
And then let them get in their head. Yeah.
Because, like, I know it's not true, and I don't want it getting in their head, because, like, I don't want them to believe something that a random person, like, in the middle of their fucking cave, basement, living with their mom with a cat, is saying, you know?
Sí.
Oh, we got so passionate.
No, es que sí es feo. And it can get to you. O sea, si tú, you keep on like reading and accepting, and then if it's a similar comment,
you start to believe it.
Oh shit. Sí.
Like if other people are saying it, it must be true.
Like I must be a torta.
Yeah. When they say you are what you eat.
No pasa nada.
You're like, we had a pambazo.
Yo soy un pambazo.
Pambazote.
Nah, dude, I think that's the best advice.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Just know that it's a reflection of them. Yeah. Delete, block people, have a cool block list going on.
Hell yeah, dude. My list, I have a good 300 people on my block list.
I would say delete the comment too, porque no vale la pena estarlo viendo. Y luego es peor porque la gente empieza liking it.
And they're like, oh, all these people agree.
Sí, eso no.
Exactamente.
Borra el problema.
On this, like, torta thing, body positivity and self-love. I'm gonna be honest, I was so insecure when I was little. Body dysmorphia. To this day, I have body dysmorphia.
I know.
Like, I haven't been actually diagnosed, but literally in mi mente estoy loca, and I know it. And like I try not to, but it's hard because like I was really fat when I was little. When I was like 9 years old, I was like a size, and I'm not saying size 11s are fat or anything, but for an 11-year-old to wear an adult 11.
So you grew up chubby.
I was fat. Like miro fotos, and I'm like, me da vergüenza. Like, and my mom the other day she went to post one on Facebook. I was like, you cannot be doing that. Like, who's gonna see that?
like, stop.
It's like,
pero ahorita ya da el cuerpazo, güey.
No, but BBL, girl. BBL. Like,
está bien, pero cuerpazo.
I paid for it, regardless of how I got. No, and for me, it took a lot, like, to learn to love myself and accept myself. Like, I dated a dude, like, fail, like, toxic, and, like, it was, like, on and off. It wasn't even a real relationship. I wasn't even allowed to date. Like, it was just... And the reason I did that is because he's, like, the first person that was like, oh, I like you. And so, I was like, oh, my God, someone likes me. Like, yes, like, and you know what's funny? After that, like, after I, like, started boosting my self-confidence, like, because I look back in high school, and I'm like, I was not fat. But I was thinking I was so fat in those days. And miro para atrás, and I wasn't. Yes, pues, that whole thing ended.
Yeah.
Finally moved on and stuff. I, like, would talk to people that I had crushes on. Like, I see, like, friends, you know, because we were always friends. And I'd be like, oh, well, you know what's funny? I used to like you. And, like, oh, my God, me too. Yo, dude. Like, I was like, why didn't you ever tell me? Like, me with my low self-esteem, like, no confidence, like, all this stuff. Like, thinking no one liked me because I was fat, because I was ugly. Like, only for you to tell me, like, that you did, like, it's just crazy because I don't even know how I started, like, learning to love myself. And because I honestly, like, even when I met Aldo, I was like, oh my God, he can't like me because, like, estoy gorda. And I'm like, people don't like gordas. Like, dude, I'm gonna cry. I know. no, literally, like, it was literally like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still healing out.
No, yeah, dude.
But it was really like that. So, like, for self-love, like, and I feel like I have a little bit more of it now. Like, my confidence is a little higher and stuff. But, like, I'm 28 now. And, like, I was, like, 13, 14, 15, like, it's been more than 10 years. Like, that shit's a process. Like, what advice would you give in, like, little Ale?
Little Ale. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We're crying.
Honestly, Ale, I feel like this is, it's funny. I am so self-conscious at times. And it's gotten better, like you said.
Are we both gonna cry right now?
Yeah, it's gotten better, like, you know, through the years as I got older. Mm-hmm. And that's just, like, going to therapy. You
went to therapy?
Yeah, I went to therapy.
Just real quick, was that helpful? Because I've never gone, and I feel like...
Yes and no. I just feel like maybe I didn't find the correct therapist for me. Because, okay, long story short, básicamente, towards the end, ella como que me dio de alta. De alta, güey. She was like, you're good.
You're good.
Sí. Because the thing about me, I'm very self-aware. So yo sé las cosas que hago, que no hago. Yo sé lo que...
You're self-aware.
Yeah. Like, I know when I'm doing wrong. Mm-hmm. Or yo sé las cosas mal. You know?
Sí.
Pero I think I just need more so help with how do I...
approach.
Like, how do I get better with that? You know, like, how do I get rid of them? Like, yo sé que estoy mal. Like, you don't have to convince me I'm doing something bad. Like, you know?
I know.
Sí.
But how do I change that?
Exactly. How do we... And she wasn't very helpful in that way. But anyway, going back to that. So I also grew up a gordita. Very, very gordita. With a very vocal family.
Oh, dude. You know? My nickname is literally Gorda.
Yeah.
Like, and I know, but, like, my mom calls me that, like, de cariño. And, like, my husband calls me gorda, like, también. Sí. Y él nunca me vio gorda. Sí. I'm looking back at pictures, but, like, my mom calls me that, and I'm like, you know what, you're manifesting that. Like, you're calling me that, and I always tell her. I'm like, you're manifesting it. Like, you calling me gorda all the time is, like, calling it into existence. I'm like, and I told her, like, don't, but she's like, no, es de cariño. And so I just kind of, like, learned to live with it, but I'm like, I know it's not.
No, I think right now, it's funny that you say that, because my mom, she would go, she también me decía, like, gorda or flaca de cariño. Oh. Pero I feel like she started doing flaca more. I'm not even flaca, no? But she started doing flaca more just because she knows, like, how much, like, it affects me. But no, dude, yo tenía mis tíos, güey, que me cantaban, y nunca se me olvida, me cantaban una canción. So yo estaba gordita. I was probably the same size as you. Like 11, 12, I was wearing a size.
But when we're little, like, that's pretty big for a child.
I was wearing a size 11. I remember my 8th grade dance, my 8th grade dance dress, I had to buy it at the plus size store, and I was so sad. Like, yo estaba bien triste, and I remember I didn't want to go. Like, como que me dio vergüenza, y yo decía, no, es que todas las niñitas de mi edad, pues, las estaban comprando en the regular ones, in the regular stores, y iban, y era la temporada, y yo decía, no, me da mucha pena. Me da mucha pena, like, ¿qué van a decir? Se van a burlar, you know, and no faltaron los comments de los niños, so
always.
I think un muchacho me llegó a decir, we were 7th graders, like, oh, you should go on Jenny Craig. Yeah.
On what?
Jenny Craig, the weight loss program. Sí.
They told you that?
Sí, yo sí.
Dude, kids are
they're very cruel.
Ruthless.
Yes. Okay, but back to my tíos. So me cantaban una canción and they'd be like, yo quiero bailar con la gorda, con la gorda. Like, that was my song.
That was your song, girl.
Sí.
That's wild.
So
okay,
I
no.
grew up very like, so me la panza, no, porque sí estaba como muy, you know? Yeah. So, it fucked with me. Puedo decir, creo que este año estoy probably lo más pesada que he estado in a while.
You look good. You don't te miro like nada.
Te digo,
gorda.
es porque me quieres ver.
No, dude, no te miro nada.
From the wedding,
gorda.
I gained 20 pounds. Like, it's facts.
You don't
Pero
look
todavía
it.
me veo, yeah.
That's bien. You
Gracias.
gained it in all the right areas. Because you
¿Me
don't
paro?
look it.
No, this year at my heaviest, it's crazy, but it's also the best I've been with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Siento como que había tiempos y ha sido muchas veces donde yo estoy súper delgada and I'm so messed up in the head that I'm like, estoy gorda and I'm crying and I won't wear certain things because I feel like I look awful. And it still comes into play right now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not like, oh, estoy curada, siento todo. Por ejemplo, I'm gonna be completely honest. This trip. Yesterday, I freaked out. Yeah, I freaked out because I was just like, okay, I obviously, you know, there was a lot going on in my house, but I didn't, I guess, prepare for it. And I was just like, oh my God, like they look so cute. Like you and Nat look amazing. It had been a while that I got like that, and I was just like, fuck, like I just don't feel good. And I think you probably noticed it because I didn't want to take pictures.
Yeah.
Remember? Like I was just like, no.
I know, I didn't want to insist too much, so I was like,
yeah, and like you guys look so cute in your pictures. Y yo decía, like, tampoco no quiero ser payasa. Like, si me estabas diciendo, tómate las fotos, like, let's take pictures. Like, I didn't want to be like, no,
yeah.
like, esta que trae, you know?
Well, like, I feel like I pushed a little, but like only because I'm like, it's
We're
for the
content
memories.
creators.
No, deja todo esto.
Sí,
Like,
sí, sí.
I know there's times where like I don't want my picture taken, but it's
Sí.
like I know it's for the memories,
Sí,
and
sí.
so it's like let's just take it. And it's for us. We're not gonna post it. It's not gonna be. It's just like, hey, we came. We have this memory, and like
which I appreciate because I didn't take pictures, and those are like part of the memories. I
yeah,
have now.
and that's like the only reason. Sometimes I'm like, no, let's just take it real quick. Like it's not gonna be posted anywhere. Don't worry. Like because I completely get that. And I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm insecure too. Like,
why do you think I didn't take off my shorts?
No, and that's okay.
I was just like, oh,
That's
y no me quería ver payasa. Right?
That's not payasa. That's like totally valid. Your feelings are so like.
See, but I didn't want to like ruin the vibe, you know, because you guys were taking pictures, you guys look cute, and I was like, oh my God, like no, me traje the worst outfit, like que estaba pensando.
No,
and now I look back at the pictures, they were actually cute. Like my top, my bikini top, and my shorts, it was kind of a vibe.
Literally, it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Me veía guapa.
I was like, dude, no, y sabes qué? When I saw it, I was like, damn, like, I was like, I should have wore like something more like you because like, because yo te miraba cómoda, like, oh, like I want to be comfy, like I was so uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, because me veía sentada and I'm like, la lonja, escóndela, like stand up straight, like.
Yeah, because I dressed like, I was like, it looks cute, it's giving like casual.
It was cute, yeah, and that's what I was going for too, por eso I had the cover up, pero cuando me lo quité, I was like, it was uncomfy, so I'm like, I probably would have been more comfortable if I wore something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're not alone.
Yeah. That was my thing, because I was like, how do I like just go with the flow and like interact?
Yeah.
Without.
You played it off so good, dude.
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh, ahorita, like.
I was like, ahorita.
Yeah, and to me, I'm like, okay, yeah, like she's doing something. Like, ahorita va a venir. And like, honestly, I completely forgot. Like after, like, ya nos fuimos and like. But
yeah,
it was
the real tea, real time.
I know, for real.
But honestly, Diositos always helping me out, and you know, it always works out in my favor.
Sí.
So, and they did.
Yes. And then like the Sedona day, like no durmieron nada. Like 4 hours of sleep, nos fuimos on a 2-hour trip. Like,
oh my God, I didn't give advice. Okay, if I could tell something to our younger selves, because apparently we're both very self-conscious.
Oh yes, that was the question.
Once you grow up, you learn that looks aren't everything. You know, looks, las apariencias se van. You know? Yes, and I know it's very cliche of me to
Como
say.
la canción, cuando apenas era un jovencito,
Sí.
mi mamá me... Like,
sí.
El amor,
busca amor, sí.
Sí, porque lo bonito se quita.
Claro, lo bonito se quita, güey. La forma en que eres, si eres buena persona, si eres chida, si eres buena onda, la inteligencia, si eres creativa, si eres chistosa. O sea, yo siento personalmente que todo eso vale más.
Sí, vale más. And I feel like una persona que es así se mira más bonita de lo que es.
Aparte de eso, yes. I've had that situation like so many times where a lo mejor, and this is not directly to anyone, but like a lo mejor alguien no está como aesthetically like la más hermosa del mundo.
Yeah.
Pero su forma de
They're
ser.
not like Kim K.
Sí, su forma de ser es lo más bonito. Son sus vibras, you know, tienen la sangre livianita, son buena onda y wow, se vuelven preciosas.
Sí, naturally las miras, you're like, qué bonita.
Sí.
And it's not even about the looks, pero qué bonita como es, like, cómo se presenta.
Like, your essence shows.
Yes. The aura.
Yeah.
What's my aura? What color do I have back here?
You guys see it? Look.
I know. Is it pink? Is it purple?
See. So I think that just knowing that, dude, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna everything else that you are is gonna be so much greater than your looks. Your looks don't define you at all.
I wish like someone would have told me when I was little, like, because you and me, like,
honestly, I feel like the millennials, we grew up with a lot of like flat, skinny girl, like that culture.
Sí.
You know, como las güeritas.
It was the Victoria's Secret. That was the millennials grew up with the Victoria's Secret.
Sí.
Flaca, like flaca.
Wait, la Britney Spears, like I grew up with her, like flaquita.
Paris Hilton.
Sí.
Like
eso era la moda.
Eso era la moda. Y si no estabas así flaquita, sin nalgas, sin chichis, sin nada.
And it got to you. Like that's, you know, lo pensaste mucho. Like, ¿por qué yo no me veo así?
Yes.
Y aparte de eso, güey, somos latinas, o sea...
You're not gonna look like that.
No, our bodies aren't shaped like that.
Well, and then, like, now it's different.
Claro.
It's
Kim
like...
K came into the picture.
Yeah, BBLs. Sí. Like, si no tienes el cuerpazo, the curves, the 90-60-90, like, it's like, damn, like, you don't look good. No, like, I feel like there's so many girls who don't have BBLs who just naturally look good, like... Times have changed. Yeah. Definitely. And
yeah, dude.
But no, I wish, like, when I was little, me hubiera dicho alguien, like, you know what? Like, you're gonna have a glow up. No vas a estar así toda la vida. Like, there's different, like, gentle parenting and then, like, Mexican parenting.
Yeah.
And it was, a mí me decían, like, oh, si no te pones a dieta, like, you know, te vas a engordar. Like, and it was their way of scaring me. Sí, no comas, like, it was their way of scaring me into, like, not doing something instead of, hey, why don't you try this healthy option?
Yeah. Imagínate, güey, casi... ¿Cuántos años? 15 años después?
Yeah.
We still feel this.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy. It's actually I think my first podcast with my sister, it was a podcast with my sister's case, and we're talking about how this again, like body dysmorphia, self-love, like todo eso. Anyways, yeah, no, I wish someone would have told me. Ooh, parenthood. Let's talk about, let's go there. Let's not say.
The most asked question.
Jazz, ¿vas a tener hijos?
Girl. Sí, pero ahorita no. Y esa respuesta es para todos los que nos preguntan.
Sí. Para que no anden preguntando, aquí está la respuesta.
Sí. So, JC and I, we're not baby haters. We're not like, ay, no queremos tener hijos. Sí, eventualmente sí queremos, pero la verdad, o sea...
Baby haters? Me?
Sí. Everyone that tells me, I'm like, we do? What do you mean? We do have a baby. We have Felipe.
Yeah.
And then their face just goes like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Be fucking for real.
Sí. So, yeah, en el futuro queremos tener hijos, pero, o sea... Güey, apenas nos acabamos de casar. Tenemos 1 año de casados. Sí. I feel like it's fairly recent. Yo y el JC nunca vivimos juntos. O sea, we always like...
You want to enjoy your marriage. Your etapa juntos. Like, it's a whole stage. It's an era.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys will get news in a couple months. But we're planning? Not now.
Okay.
You know, we haven't planned anything.
I was like, months you're planning?
Yeah. No.
Quizá lo que Dios quiera.
No, I'm just kidding. Take that out. See, we're not like planning... We're not like trying.
Yeah.
Not now, but maybe in the near future.
I feel like it's so different now, like millennials.
Sí.
Like teniendo hijos, because back then, like my grandma had like 10 kids or I don't even know. Like,
de 6 para arriba.
Sí, eran muchos. Like my husband todavía, his family son 6 hijos.
Oh, sí.
And like, I feel like back then, yeah, things were expensive, but it was different.
Sí.
Like they were expensive, but doable. Like you guys have seen the people that do the math with the houses, like how you could afford it, and like no es lo mismo.
At all.
Like the wages, like lo que gana uno, lo que cuesta una casa, like the cost of living is ridiculous. And like I feel like me for the longest time I was like, you know what, I don't want kids.
Aldo agrees too.
I think we're both kind of on the same page.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pero ahora que pasa el tiempo and like now I'm not ya cambié mi mente de que no, I never want kids. Now I'm more like, okay, maybe I'll want a kid. Maybe.
You're open to it.
Yeah, I'm open to it, but like in 5-10 years. You know, we don't have our house, and like I'm like, I can't. El mundo está bien feo también, like bringing it's because
también eso.
Es también eso, you know, like you don't want to bring. When people say, "Oh, I want a baby," like you're not gonna have a baby your whole life. You're gonna have a baby for a few years. They're gonna be a toddler. You're gonna raise an adult. Like you're gonna raise a human being.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility, and I'm like, you know, people say there's never gonna be a right time. I agree. Like you know, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. But I just feel like you have to think about who you're gonna bring into this world, like what world you're bringing them into. Like el mundo está feo.
Horrible, güey.
And like I think giving like me and my sisters, we play around with my mom like, oh, like pues you had to, tú tuviste que tenernos, like we didn't have to be born. Like now we gotta deal with bills. We gotta deal with this. We gotta live. You know, like that shit. Living is hard.
It really is.
And it sounds bad, but it's like you're gonna bring someone into that, like and. Maybe they're gonna be the same, you know. Uno no sabe cómo te hace el chamaco, like malagradecido. Like, I didn't have to be born. It's like you're right.
Don't tell me that. I honestly have never thought about that.
You know, I think about I overthink.
You think? Yo siento como que. I don't know. I've never had kids, But, like, for example, my parents, I feel like they have good kids, yo.
Sí.
But, like, do you think that, for example, if you as parents are good parents, technically, you know, tratas de ser los mejor, is it possible for you to get, like, a bad kid?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't, my parents have 4 kids, and I don't want to say any of us are bad, but todos salimos diferentes, and they raised us the same way. Like, I cannot say that we're all like, oh, we're the best kids to my parents. Because we've all had, yo tuve mi etapa de rebeldía. Like, my sisters are not the best sometimes, my brothers are not the best. We're all todos, like, we all have our moments that I cannot say, we're the best kids ever. I honestly can't say that. Like, if I'm being honest, I know some kids, like, dude, like, you and your siblings, like, you can recognize, you're self-aware that you are good kids to your parents.
We're good kids, yeah.
And I can be self-aware that we have not been the best to our parents.
Really?
Yeah. And, like, I feel like now I'm at a different age where I am better with them. Pero también me dice la gente, oh, like, y cuando estés viejita, ¿quién los va a cuidar? And it's like, you don't want kids que te cuiden. Like, I don't want my kids to have to worry about taking care of me.
Sí.
You know, like, it's, my grandpa, él tuvo, I don't know how many kids, at least 6, you know? And in his last days, he was alone. Ni uno de sus hijos estuvo ahí. And I'm not saying that, like, that's how it's going to be for me, but it's like, yeah, you have kids para que estén tus hijos ahí cuidante, but it's like, what if they're not? Like, you had these kids, you raised them, and you're going to die alone?
That's crazy.
Like, that's sad, you know? And I feel like la gente cuando dice eso, oh, quiero niños para que me cuiden cuando esté viejo. Like, that's such a selfish reason to have kids.
Yeah. That shouldn't be the sole reason.
Yes, that shouldn't be the sole reason.
Yeah.
And when people ask me that, I'm like, you're so selfish. You're thinking about yourself, and it's like, this poor kid is going to have to come into this world, deal with everything, work through life. You raise them, you do the best you can, but it's like, van a salir como van a salir. Like, sometimes the outside influences, amigos, la gente, has the biggest influence.
Yes.
Like, your parents, they can treat you right, raise you right, darte todo, like, discipline you, tell you what's right and wrong. Y te vas a juntar con gente que te va a decir lo opuesto y les vas a creer, and you're going to do that. You know? And so I just feel like, it's just, that's one of the other reasons where I'm like, having a kid is, like, it's a lot.
Having kids is scary.
Again,
it's a scary topic. No, it's a scary topic. And I think that's, probably the reason why I haven't had kids yet. You know, porque es fácil. Like, I feel like so many people have kids young.
It can be a couple of minutes, actually.
I didn't mean it that way. No, but yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, kids is such a complicated topic. And I feel like a lot of people take having kids very lightly.
They do.
Like, I know a lot of people.
You're right. And maybe that's my problem, but I don't take it lightly enough.
Yeah.
I'm like,
because wait, o sea, yo conozco muchas personas que tienen hijos, and this is not judging anyone, and then, like, their parents watch them.
Yeah.
And it's like, ¿pa qué tuviste hijos?
Sí, que para estarlo dejando con tu mamá all the time. And there's nothing wrong with, like, going out, having fun.
Claro.
You know, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Pero, like, a cada rato. Every weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, okay. And I don't know, no creo que I always tell my mom, maybe voy a comer mis palabras.
Sí.
Because my mom's gonna be, but personally, like, just being how I am with Felipe, I hope to not be like that, you know? Because I don't, like, my mom, cuando tengo eventos o cosas así, gracias a Dios es un amor, and she's always down to help me. Sí. Hasta ella, she'll be like, yo te lo cuido. Like, for our trip over here, my dad and my mom were like, oh, ¿por qué no lo dejas, like, with us, you know? And I was like, oh, like, how sweet, you know? But I was like, no, I want him to, like, experience this too. So I feel like JC and I are very like that.
Yeah.
Como que we know it's our responsibility, and we don't want to just
push it onto someone else.
Yeah.
No, and sabes que I completely
and a lot of people don't think like that.
No, and I'm like that too. Like, Coconut's not even our dog. Like, it's my sister's dog, but we, like, me and him take that role very seriously. Yeah. Like, he's like ours.
Sí.
You know, it's like
sí.
And I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say, me and Aldo love kids. Like, kids, they're attracted to us. Like,
kids are attracted to us, but we're not attracted to them.
Really? Yeah. No.
So you like kids?
I like kids.
That's so weird, Ale, then.
Yeah. No, I used to be a Sunday school teacher.
Like, you're just very self-aware then. Like, you know. Like,
I used to take care of kids. I love them. Like, I engage with them. Like, me traen ternura, los miro y, like, los quiero abrazar. Like,
I can't relate.
No? Yeah, no. See, I do. I love kids. I think they're so innocent. You know, like, dicen las cosas. Like, it doesn't matter how brutally honest.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be mad. Like, they're just so cute. They're so...
No. I think that's one of the things that scares me, actually. Because los niños se me acercan, pero yo no sé cómo, like, to interact with them. And it sucks. Like, por ejemplo, JC tiene una sobrinita y tiene como 3 añitos. Sí, 3 añitos. Y everyone, like ella, pero también otros niños como que se me acercan mucho, like they wanna,
sí.
you know,
interact. They like
and
it.
sí, and I'm just like no sé cómo, sí, so I think last time, sí, no, but last time she went and she gave me like I think a little cup or something.
Aww.
And she was like, oh, and I was like, what does she want me to do, bitch? Why did I start making ASMR noises? I was literally like you wanna play? And then JC's little sister was like,
pretend to drink it.
She wants some soda.
Oh, she wants some soda. I thought she was like,
yeah, me too. And I was like, oh,
that's funny.
And it's like, how do you guys know that? Like, how do you guys know kids like that? You know, like you know, ni en cuenta.
No, and although like siempre like he picks them up, he plays with them, like he spins them, like he
JC's really good with
he loves kids and kids love him. And like I love kids, I don't be playing with them like that, but like I'll like do this.
You know how to interact with them.
See. And it could be because like I would take care of them in church and stuff. Pero,
that's bomb. I wish I had that quality.
Yeah, but I think maybe también por eso I'm like I don't know, like I like kids, but I also like to devolverlos.
Sí.
Like, here you go. Go back with your mom.
See, that's nice. Like it's like okay, ya te disfruto poquito, pero.
Yeah. What was one of her dreams growing up? No, when one of my biggest dreams growing up was I wanted to be an actress. I took acting classes and everything. I took modeling classes. I have a portfolio when my parents put me in a modeling agency.
That's such a fun fact. I see it. You're beautiful.
And I wanted to, but you know what? They were supportive, like putting me in all that, but also unsupportive because they would be like, it's very competitive. Like, no la vas a hacer. Like, they wouldn't say no la vas a hacer, but it's just basically like, it's going to be really hard if you want to do this. Like, well, me pusieron las clases y todo, but I'm like, I know it's hard. I see it now. Like, I get what my parents are talking about, but yeah.
It's crazy, and maybe it's going to sound a little bit dumb, but I feel like I've never had, like, one specific dream porque I want to do so many things.
Oh.
Okay? But I think if I had to choose one, I'm going to cry now. My biggest dream in life has just...
Me earlier.
Yeah, no, I just think my biggest dream in life, like, it's not anything like a specific goal or anything, but it's just being able to give back to my parents. Because I don't know if there's anybody more obsessed with my parents, but I love them. I think just my biggest dream has always been to give back to my parents because oh my God, I know the sacrifices that they have taken, you know, for my siblings and I, and that they have done and everything that they've gone through. Just the simple fact, like, them crossing over, you know, to give us a better life is so brave and courageous and, like, damn, like, moving your whole life and what you know. And I'm just like, shit. Like, I remember, that's actually my first memory, super random. But my first memory, because my parents, I was born here, but then they moved back to Mexico, and then they said, oh, no, just kidding, we're going to come back. So they had to cross over, they had to cross the border, like, por el cerro.
Oh, sí?
Sí. So, entonces, I was around 5, and that's my first memory I have ever. Me fueron a dejar a Tijuana en un hotel, y mi tía me vino a recoger.
That's crazy.
Mi tía Alex, sí. So, yeah, so then I remember my tía picked me up and I left with her. Y me acuerdo estar en la casa de mi abuelita, con mi abuelita, y yo decía, ¿dónde están mis papás? O sea, 5 años, a los 5 años no te imaginas, you know?
Yeah. What's crazy that you remember that, though.
Sí,
like, it was
no, se me hace loco que es como mi first memory, right?
Sí.
Y creo que porque fue algo como más, como
serious.
Traumatic, yeah. Because it's like, obviamente, pues, I knew my grandma and my tía, but like, my parents.
Yeah,
you know, so little, yeah. So me acuerdo que era noche y yo estaba como triste, just sad, and my parents showed up, like, oye, llegaron y abrieron la puerta, and I was like, and I always remember that moment. That's like my first memory.
In conclusion?
Yeah, in conclusion, todo lo que hago, mis sueños, todo es to give back to my parents.
Yeah.
Because they're my heart and stuff. But yeah, that's, I guess, my biggest dream.
Oh, that's a sweet dream. Not me. My dream was like what I wanted to be when I grew up.
No, the question wasn't specified.
Well, guys, I think that's it for today. It was pretty long. Thank you if you stayed for this long.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll leave her ad down below. Sigan on las redes, on Instagram, on TikTok. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, bye.